What is going on, my nerd family? It's Shakuy Resty back, and it is the final Smoker game that I recorded against Zoro. Now, Zoro typically has a good matchup against any black deck because they go so darn fast, unless the black deck is able to set up defense and get the board clear out. But when Zoro's on curve, it's really hard to beat Zoro. So he wins the dice roll, he goes first, plays a Nami, gets his top 5 search, and here comes the Swarm, starting with the Sunny-kun as his first find. He's going to pass back to me. Technically, I'm on curve going second, but he's on a better curve going first, being able to push in for a lot of damage early. So, with 2 Dawn available, just thinking about what's the optimal play here. Either setting up or leaving open for a possible Shockwave. Now, my opponent is someone who I play with at my locals, so he knows what I'm trying to set up for. He's on the 3 Dawn turn, so he's able to attack, and he's probably going to go play like a Magura, attach, and just swing with the Nami into me to make me use a card so that I can't pop the Nami on the Shockwave. But it also leaves me open to popping the Magura and clearing more cards on the next turn. So they'll decide to go Curly Dawn, search top 5 for a 1-drop. So 1-drop Swarm is just really disgusting with this deck. And really think of what's the best possible way. I'm pretty sure he's looking for a Gordon or an Otama to make sure he can clear board if he has to. It just makes sense when you're playing against this. Oh, there goes the Makino, so he can go ahead and bump all his little weenies and swing at me for big after setting up the 1-drops. The man goes ahead, plays the Makino, activates main, swings at me for 5. I have to do something to not die here, so I'll go Shockwave, and we have to pop the Nami to prevent a second swing. So pretty good defense in preventing the initial Swarm and not taking too much damage early. So we're on our 4 Dawn turn, and of course we're going to kill the Makino. We have to, unless I'm bad and I decide to swing at face instead. So here's what we're doing. Oh, we actually went to face. Okay, I'm bad at this game. Well, Meteor Volcano, draw a card, minus something by 2, just to see more cards. And then on to, we will play a... Oh, the Meteor Volcano and the Volcano Fist. I forget the names. And killing the Dadan. Now, there's a misplay there. Probably should have killed the Makino, because the Makino is the one that's pumping up stuff and making stuff really hard to deal with on my end. So, on his 5 Dawn turn, usually good Zoro players will go ahead, swing 7th, and just establish a board of little 1-drops. And I'm going down to 4 life here. We're 4-4. And let's see if he does exactly what I was talking about. Establishing those 2 Sunnies and then maybe another Nami, which would be really bad for me. So instead, just 2 Sunnies. So possible to, I think, 7Ks I gotta deal with when they rally with Zoro, which isn't fun to play with or against. But I'm trying to do the good old swing early at face and do a lot of damage so that he doesn't have time to really swarm me down. He's just worried about protecting himself, losing all his life. With 5 Dawn, I tried to establish this double attack Smoker, which probably was the wrong move. Probably should have went for like a Kuzan or something more defensive. But I figured if he doesn't have the combo power, which some red players just don't have when they're just bricking in their hand, this double attack's coming through, I can get him down to 0. Then just really big push for life if I get the chance. So I'm going to be taking 3 damage here unless I want to dump my hand, which I probably will for one of the swings. So 7 to leader, taking that, unfortunately. And I think this one's buffed up by the Makino that he just did. So another 6, I believe. And I get to draw 2 -1 from hand. And I think my hand was pretty bricky. I was playing those Meteor Fists. So it didn't feel very good to just have all this damage coming at my face. So bumps up the Sunny with the Magura is coming at me for 6. So a 6 or 7, I'm not sure. Well, it must have been a 7 because I had to get rid of 2 2Ks in hand. Feels pretty bad. You can tell that he is pretty much on curve, and I misplayed by establishing that Smoker too early without being able to check his board. And here comes a freaking Zoro for 6, and I just have to shred my head even more to kind of stay alive here. So the good thing is I was able to get a 0 cost on the board, clear something. Should have been the Makino, but I decided, I think, to clear a Sunny-kun here, and then really push for damage with the double attack Smoker, which rips his hand apart, but the board presence was just so wide that there's just no way in hell that I was gonna do enough to really win this game here. So my man thinks about it. He's like, damn, going down to 1 life would be pretty bad. So he gets rid of 10k in hand there, or goes up to 10k, so getting rid of 5k in hand, and makes me really commit to just kind of clearing the board. So we're going 7 into a Sunny-kun, I believe. Oh no, the Zoro, which feels good. We'll play a Kobe to pop a Sunny-kun, which I probably should have killed the Makino. One less thing to worry about, but so many uncounterable cards in hand. I probably should have mulliganed for a different hand here. It's not looking good. 2 Dawn open, 2 life, 3 swings coming at my face. It's going to be really rough to find a way out of this one. I believe he is on his 9 Dawn turn too, so he can honestly just slap down Whitebeard and just make me feel real bad about myself too. And but at the same time, give me a chance to really respond to the board and have a easier time clearing stuff. So there's the Gordon I was talking about. He's going to clear this double attack smoker that I set up. I minus it by 3. Now it's a 4k, and all the weenies are just going to swing over it and rip my hand apart. So it feels really bad. He had 2 cards in hand. If I had another Shockwave and 2 more 2ks, maybe it makes sense to save the smoker. But the hand just wasn't in my favor. So he's going to go with 7 to the smoker. If I had the Shockwave, that would have been so nasty. Would have killed the Sunny-kun. And then now he has to pump up the Magura, and I can easily just counter out of that, but the hand just wasn't there. So now coming at face, making me think about whether or not I want to use my thing, use the trigger, and it's just not looking good. That's a 6 to face, and I have to take it. Now with the ability to just pop something, and that being the Sunny-kun, it's cool, I guess. But 2 cards on board. I have no hand. I have no life, and Zoro is really just gonna take this matchup. Feels pretty bad. Draw a card, 10 Dawn, no life. Can't even slap down Kuzan 10 to have an opportunity to stay alive. Would just go 4 into Makino, who I should have killed much earlier. 5 into the Magura, and we're gonna just try to survive here. Playing, I believe, this little blocker, but at the same time, if he has the Vista, I'm totally dead. So here we go, Rosinante on 2. Really trying to math out a way to just survive here, which is probably impossible. I think I'm going to play a Sakazuki for 6 just to establish board presence. Nope, Smoker, and then we're going to pass with 5 Dawn open. The quote bait, right? If I had any type of event card, this would have been absolutely disgusting. You'll just clear the Rosinante, and then I pump up, and, well, there goes Whitebeard, and he's going to swing at me for 7, no, 8. It's going to be 8 if he decides to go 1 under. So 3 cards in hand, swing me for 8. Just going to have to block because we're forced to. And now he has a Whitebeard on board, and I only have 3 swingers, and he has 3 life. So this game is pretty much over. Tail of the tail, or whatever you want to call it. Play super defensively against Zoro. Clear the board if you can with black. If not, they're just going to run you over like how my buddy did to me here. So it's clear to see that I just have no out to this as he passed it back to me. And just trying to do the maths. Even if I clear the Whitebeard with no blocker, it is done, so we concede, and Zoro is the winner, knocking me out of the tournament. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace, love, positivity. Bye.